Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by StrikeForceEnergy.com. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Tell me
here
how
we
much of a
are.
shit show I look like right now. It's fucking great.
You look weird. You look weird.
I have a what do I got? What color is this? A pink blanket, a black rifle, fucking pullover.
It's a lot.
It's like your fucking
nice.
Sunglasses and hat hair, dude.
Yeah, it's
LA takes the soul out of me.
LA really does rip it out of you, doesn't
Just rips it right out.
rips the entire soul out of your body. We are live from Los Angeles. We are two hard dicks in a cold rain.
I'm
What? There's no rain?
I do have to say, though,
we're just two hard dicks.
So Ross and I are in Los Angeles right now because we are working on some, not the book necessarily, but some rights and deals to go with the book.
The movie rights to the book.
Yes.
By the way, want to say that I called it before today's meetings. Did I not?
About what?
What actor do you envision playing you in a movie?
Yeah.
Like,
What actor? So I'm just really thinking, Ryan Reynolds would just be fantastic.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, you called it.
how weird is those conversations to you to be talking about an actor to play your life in a movie where you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right.
Well, it's weird, right? Because I've been on camera, been on screen, I can do it, but they're sitting there.
This was my point in the room.
Just talking down to you in the sense of where it's like, oh no, you don't have a name, so you're like a nobody. But
they literally
Vin
said that
Diesel
in the
would
room
play
today.
He literally said you don't have a big enough name. I was like, well, that's cool. Go fuck yourself. But it's all good. It doesn't bother me whatsoever.
It's
because
strange, though, right?
At the end of the day, I lived that life, and if they want to make a movie out of it, I'm cool with it.
Have at any point in your life have you said to yourself, man, I think I'd like X to play me in a movie?
No.
Ever, right?
No, I don't. My fucking panties don't get fucking in a bundle over any of that shit.
It's strange.
Just don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't care.
What if they said, hey, we want Jared Taylor to play you in a movie?
He would probably play a way better version of me than any A-lister. I mean, it would be like a fat, non-tattooed version, but he would crush it.
I don't think so. I think you would have some little fucking method actor who was just like, man, I want to know what Matt Best is really like.
Well, it's like an Adrian Brody come over and live with me for fucking 3 weeks, and that's the stipulation.
What if it was DDL, dude? What if it was Daniel Day-Lewis?
I don't even know who that is.
Come on, he was Lincoln.
Oh,
he was fucking Gangs of New York. He was There Will Be Blood.
Yeah,
I will drink your milkshake.
Am I fucking with you because I have sunglasses on? You can't see me.
No. But what? Here's what is fucking with me. Since they legalized weed in LA, it is literally everywhere. I mean, everywhere. When we were walking through, square inch of Los Angeles, you can smell weed.
It's going to be a Ross and Matt show tonight because it's just us, and we're literally staring at each other face to face in a
maybe 3 feet apart.
And I just really want to reiterate a 1-bedroom Airbnb. Thank you for that.
How is that possible?
Number 3 in the row. Thank you for that.
So we had this one. We had New York. What was the third one?
I think we were a bedroom short on another Airbnb.
I think you might be right.
At some point,
I think you might be right.
This is the second time with just you and I. We're like, oh, I got a room to stay in.
Well, here's the thing. So I got here and before you, and I was here for a full day, and I was like, yo, man, you said there was 2 bedrooms, and it was like, well, there's 2 beds, is what it says, and I was like, where's the other fucking bed? And he says, well, the couch folds out, and I was like, cool, but 2 beds typically means, hey, we've got 2 different beds in a separate room that is not the couch area.
I like couches that are like me that don't pull out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of that.
This one pulls out,
and that's like a 2015 contemporary shit cushion couch. That's you don't sleep on that.
I would say
I'm probably gonna sleep on the floor over the couch.
No,
that seems more comfortable.
I'll sleep on that couch. It's fine. But I would say this is you're right. The 2015 version of the flip and fuck, where you just pull this out and like hundreds of people have been banged on that. Gangbangs.
Dude. Well, that's why I said like that hard leather because it doesn't stain. You can just kind of like the Lysol lemon lime wipe
it up. Wipe it up. Yep. And just move on just
right
about
through
your
it.
Day. Oh yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh yeah. That is a nice pleather, I would say. It's a nice pleather.
It's super pleathery. But yeah, the weed was everywhere. You walk through the hotel rooms, and it's such a weird thing from Salt Lake because no one smokes actively there, and like you get like a contact high just walking through the hotel, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble." And then I realize I'm a civilian now, and it's legal here, so I'm like, "Oh well, I guess I'm good."
Yeah, I mean, fuck. It was a crazy one coming into Los Angeles where I was like, man, this is literally everywhere. The elevators, the fucking doorways, everywhere. And I was just like, shit, people have gotten real comfortable with that. And I wonder if it's something that will wear off after, like 6 months, a year, where they're just
well, I think within reason, right? So you have like the influx of people traveling to Colorado, like how well that economy's done since the legalization of marijuana. And that's going to like slowly trickle off once more states legalize it. But I mean, people smoke weed, and I think they should. I think anybody, it's one I think we talked about in the podcast one time, like one of the best things for veterans with PTSD and pain and TBI is smoking weed.
Sure.
Instead of all the pills they give them, I'm like, fucking legalize it nationally. Fuck it. I mean, there's obviously, if you're a company, you could drug test if they're running forklifts. Like I wouldn't want someone in my fulfillment center fucking driving the forklift high as shit. But
yeah. And if there is anybody out there who's looking to get rid of their pills, that's P.O. Box 3793, Wilmington, North Carolina.
Trying to get those Vicodins, aren't you?
28406. It's not me. It's for the kids. But if you're looking to get rid of those, like, man, I don't know how to get off this, send that into P.O. Box 3793.
You know what's funny about that, Ross, though?
What's up?
Is that you got so fucking mad at me when I didn't get any Vicodins for my broken foot.
Real mad. Because that's not what real friends do. That's not what real
right. And I wouldn't admit that if I would
do.
give them to you out of script, because that's, I think, a misdemeanor. So I'm not going to admit that on a podcast. But I didn't get them, and Ross is like, "You have a broken foot. Why the fuck don't you have Vicodins?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't like fucking. I don't like pills. I'm not a fan.
I think because they're so hard to get now, where you should stockpile them,
dude.
Because to be honest with you, like, I can't remember the last time I was maybe prescribed them or whatever. Like I had like serious immense pain. I had shingles.
You had shingles?
I did, after Helen Keller versus Nightwolves.
Oh fuck!
And ironically, they had misdiagnosed it as a spider bite.
No, they hadn't.
Swear to God. So
is that like the go-to thing? I mean, that's an insider joke about something I
it'll
got
be an
in
insider
Ranger school, and
yeah.
they called it a spider bite, and it wasn't even close to that.
It'll be an
diagnosis.
insider joke for your book, but the reason why I had an easy time with that chapter in particular was that happened to me. So I'd gotten back from Helen Keller versus Nightwolves, and they were like, "Where were you shooting?" I said, "In the woods." And they were like, "How deep into the woods?" That usual shit.
Right.
And I was just like, "Wow, we're pretty goddamn deep in the woods for 10 days.
Brown Lacrosse, it's a fucking spider bite.
Yes. Yeah. And so they were like, we nailed it.
No.
We nailed it.
No.
Here's this little tiny topical cream and some fucking tiny pill. And I was like, man, I'm in a lot of fucking pain. Are you sure? And they were like, we've seen this before. We'll see it again. They were super confident about the diagnosis. And I was like, all right, cool. So they give me this shit. I go home. Meanwhile, my wife is like, man, you seem like you're really in a lot of pain. I was like, it feels as if someone is holding a lighter to my skin, and I can't figure this out.
Right.
So I take the pills, I take the thing, and then at this point I'm mixing and matching some NyQuil, because just to go to sleep, because I don't know what I don't know what the fuck's going on. 3 bites turn into 6. I went back into the doctor, and I was like, hey man, they just doubled overnight. You just gave me some shit.
I'm pretty sure there's not a spider living under my fucking sheets.
No lie. They had tried to convince me. They were like, oh, man, what you need to do is you should probably wash all your
sheets.
Wash all your clothes.
Motherfuckers, that's what they told me.
That's what it told me. So I had my wife wash the sheets, wash all my clothes again, and I was just like, all right, cool. We'll see what happens. I kept applying more of this fucking cream that might as well have been hope cream.
Right. That's what it is. It's a hope and a prayer.
I'm just like...
it's called Bon Jovi cream because you're living on a prayer. It has nothing to do with medical fucking.
I would have had an easier time rubbing French's mustard all over
or like vinegar. I think vinegar fixes everything.
Warm urine.
And it's like a jellyfish. You just piss in your mouth for shingles. I heard.
Yeah. So a week later, I go back in, and the spider bites had doubled, but they were in like a solid block area, and I was like, hey guys, for real, like, at this point I'm fucking dying, and I was like, I need something for the pain. I don't give a fuck what it was. and they're giving me like ibuprofen and some other shit.
Like probably Motrin, which is like strong ibuprofen.
Yeah, and then some it was like a Valtrex is what it was. For like
what is shingles? I don't even know what shingles
for like
is.
herpes. It's a breakdown of your nervous system.
Oh, okay.
If you've been too stressed out, usually people don't get it till they're like in their 60s. So the final verdict was this: like
just fires the nerve endings.
They give me all of this shit that is incorrect. Still, no Vicodin or no nothing, and I'm in the worst pain ever. The last thing I remember is I had some sushi with my wife, and then I threw up all over the floor. Then blacked out on the staircase, and I thought I was going to die. The next thing you know, I woke up in an emergency room. And I woke up, and they were like, oh, man. And another fucking doctor came in and was just like, I've seen this before. That's spider bites. And I'm like, and at this point, I fucking lost it. And it was, I remember it being around 6:30 a.m. in the morning. And it was on a Sunday morning. And I was like, look, motherfuckers, you're the third person that told me this is not spider bites. I don't know what this is. And I was like, I'm in the worst fucking pain of my life. Can I get some goddamn medication? And they were like, oh, you're going to have to talk to a surgeon. And I was like, I pinned this doctor to a wall. Essentially, and I said, I don't give a baker's fuck who I have to talk to.
13 fucks, by the way.
Or start shooting up with. Thank you. I was like, I'll start ripping bags off of people and start shooting up. I'm in the worst fucking pain of my life, and this isn't spider bites. We finally called in this neurologist, some old fucking Indian man, and looked at it, and he goes, oh my God, I don't believe it. He calls in 3 other doctors. He's like, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. And they were like, you have shingles. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
So what the fuck is shingles? And then they, proceed to tell me it's like a breakdown of your nervous system or whatever. And he goes, man, you must be in the worst pain of your life. And I was like, no. And at this point, like I'm in so much pain. I was like, I'm in so much pain right now. I'd let you and those other 3 doctors come in, fuck me right in the ass. And I said that in an open, thing. There was like 4 other patients being treated or whatever. And like, that's how much pain I was in. They were like, oh my God, we'll get you something. That is the last time I've been able to get some. I've pulled muscles and some other shit where it's just like, hey, bro,
well,
you can't get that
I
anymore.
think you have all the druggies that come in, and we'll be like, I sprained my ankle, and they get the Vikes and they get the oxycodone and all that.
Obamacare is so fucking expensive and high price. If you're paying for it, this is the way I look at it. If you're paying for it, go and get whatever you want.
Right. I think there should be like decide. Yeah, I have no idea about that. I mean, I think I've got prescribed Vicodin once in my life, and that's the horse accident, and it took maybe fucking 5% of them.
Right.
I mean, he prescribed me a gallon. I was just like, just kidding.
But my feeling is this: is like if you're paying for a fucking doctor, go in, tell them what your fucking problem was, have them treat it like I look at them as I'm paying them. Hey, I wouldn't come in here and waste fucking 2 hours out of my day. Because let's be honest, you're waiting in that goddamn lobby for an hour. Then they're trying to diagnose you. You got to get weighed and all that other bullshit.
Yeah.
You're there like 2 hours out of your fucking day. If you're going to go through the hassle of that, whatever that fucking 2 hours is, I'm going to tell you what the fuck is wrong with me, and you're going to give me what I want to give, and then that's it. Because I'm paying you.
They're trying to do because the problem too with like Lean Six Sigma and all that is like optimizing lead times as far as like how many visits you can get in a hospital and all these things. So that's what they're trying to do: diagnose you as quick as possible, get you out so they can get the next patient in. Because general practitioners actually get paid a lot just by visit time. So you'll have like an orthopedic surgeon that has surgery times, and then you actually have someone that they have to do general visits as a general whatever it's fucking called doctor. So the more patients they see gets through those times. And it's this like whole weird convoluted thing that for-profit hospitals have that is terrible for the patient, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and the last one, I was in Wilmington, and I had like 2 pinched nerves, and I went to a chiropractor, and they gave me I was on some traction machine or whatever. I'd gotten hurt on a movie in 2010, and occasionally it comes back, maybe once a year, whatever. And I was just like, hey man, I'm in a lot of pain here. I'm doing traction with this chiropractor across the street. You can call them. Here's the x-rays. I don't really give a fuck, but I'm in a lot of pain. Like, can we just get this over with and move on with my day? No, you can't. And so, him and the fucking, the person tried,
Well, I'm more of a hippie in that way too. Like, so there's this guy, Dr. Chad, who works in the whole Black Rifle office in Salt Lake City. And he's under practice.
Does he come in?
Yeah, but he has his own practice. And excuse me for not knowing the name, but I go there here and there. But he's a chiropractor.
Right.
But he doesn't do traditional chiropractic, like I guess science or whatever it's called. So he doesn't go in there and do resets. I mean, he knows how to do it, but what he does is he actually like breaks down essentially the scar tissue in your muscles. So I mean, that dude is like healed knees, like everything across the board. And when I really fucked up my shoulder, he went in there and it's like some of the worst pain you'll feel. Like he'll make you sweat and almost cry with how bad his pressure, because he releases all the I sound dumb talking about it, but it's fantastic what he does. But I have United Healthcare. United Healthcare views him as like one of those holistic fucking voodoo doctors. So they don't even cover him. And thank God, he kind of squares away our office, but they go like, oh no, you should get surgery. And a lot of the guys that they had orthopedic surgeons say, no, you need to get under the knife and cut your shoulder open. Within like fucking a couple months of treatment from them, they're like, I feel fucking better than I did in my 20s with my shoulder. So
well, all of it all the way around, I think is a fuck all of how to push it off on someone else. Like, hey, you need to get surgery. Of
course.
Not my job.
Of course.
When I go in for, I had these 2 pensioners and I had pain, and they were like, and I finally asked for a shot. I was like, look, I just need to inject some cortisone. Like, I can't take this anymore. And they were like, oh my God, this must be really serious. But the other 2 times previously I had been there, they were like, fuck off, take some Motrin or whatever. And I was just like, it's not going to do it. It's like giving a whale a Tic Tac at that point. Finally, this last time I was in there, I was just like, look, at this point, instead of, I looked at my watch, it was about 2 hours and 15 minutes into my day, and I had to fucking work. And I was like, at this point, I would honestly have an easier time just posting on Twitter for a drug dealer than to come in and wait for you.
Right.
And I was like,
my shit's fucked up. Can I just get a couple of Vicodin to last through the week and my body will heal itself?
That's it, because I gotta work. It's not like I'm on fucking welfare or anything. I was like, I gotta fucking work. And they were like, well, and I was like, to be honest, I could make a fucking case example out of you and probably get some form of drug dealer here within 20 minutes right to your fucking lobby. There's not a goddamn thing you could do about it. And they were stunned. Like they were put off by that. They were like, what? And I was like, well, here's the thing. You want to tell me to go see this? You want to go see this? I'm already seeing a chiropractor. I'm already seeing this other fucking shit. And I was just like, I'm here for pain so I can go back to work. Like if I wanted to get out of work, motherfucker, I would just ask you for some lean and just call it a day.
That's why I'm so pro fucking weed, is because like pain management. Like think about I've had injuries that like I don't do oxycodone. I don't really take Vicodin, any of that shit. I don't like it.
Right.
And
a lot of people don't.
Yeah, it's just my personal preference, right? But like if you could get prescribed like here's some oil or like some edibles when, hey, I just need to sleep tonight so I don't wake up in a fucking brutal sweat and pass out because of the pain. Just give me some weed, And that's why I'm like,
a little chocolate. But in North Carolina, they don't have weed either. So weed isn't legalized.
Really? I mean, what states do we have? I think California is medicinally legal now until 2019 or 20 or something.
You got a couple years, so you just rolling with it.
So we have Colorado.
Colorado is the easiest.
Then Nevada
across the board. I was just in Nevada and like I didn't.
I think it got legalized. The bill got passed at the same time with California, but I'm not sure what the state.
Yeah,
because I'm sure they're like, how do we make this the best for profit to get the most taxation out of it?
When Vegas really figures out weed with the new NFL team. Not only can you bet from your phone, because they're going to say you can bet from the games from your phone, then you can smoke weed and bet from your phone.
Well, can you imagine all the trips that go to like Colorado is like they do weed fucking tours. We show up and tour the weed dispensary. Are they called dispensaries?
Yeah.
But
we had the Airbnb for the 100th episode where those two strangers fucked live in the Airbnb bed.
Sure did.
Which was, I believe
Archer,
it was a mattress. Yeah. But on the Airbnb, it said, hey, we are 420 friendly. And I was like, oh.
Dude, you know what I just thought of? I know it's just us and we'll get to the other guys later, but we haven't talked about the fucking live show.
Oh, fuck. That's right. Dude,
Jesus Christ.
Man, we get deep into the show.
We
get some sponsors, dude, who pay for this whole shit to be on the air. First up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com. They actually sponsored the live show.
So awesome.
Hearing that noise in front of my face is absolutely amazing. What's your feeling about hearing these noises out from the streets?
So I'm actually showing my tits like to get the beads thrown at me, but especially this horn right here.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
I know.
There you go. He'll shut up.
Nice. It's we are on Hollywood Boulevard. We are actually this is no lie. We were recording on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
There is typical horns and the usual shit going on. And there's also the Roosevelt pool is right behind us.
Yeah, it is.
So in like an
we
hour,
we
you'll
today
see
like
that
we
going
had one of
off.
those busy schedules where Ross and I are in Los Angeles. Jared, I think, had to go to San Diego for the Nitro Games. And then Rocco is filming or pre-filming his TV show. So we got a little fucked up, but here we are making sure we get an episode out. And
here we are.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty fucking buzzed right now. I'm drinking a tall boy. You know, it's a good time.
I don't know if it's a contact high, Matt, but something's come through the door, and I feel like it's caught me. But I'm having a little Strike Force energy to get me through it. Go to strikeforceenergy.com. It is the tastiest, tiniest little tin pouch full of energy you can ever put in your whole fucking mouth. It is a crazy fuck storm of energy that will literally keep your balls and your dick.
Your balls and your dick, it makes them really hard, and when you're there, it's very pleasurable. Mike Tyson does it.
If you're going to see a prostitute in Los Angeles, California, put a little Strike Force energy on your dick and balls before you insert. Go to strikeforceenergy.com. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off. They ship everywhere in the entire world, and they get a subscription to the month club, which we all have. StrikeForceEnergy.com, promo code Drinkin Bros, 20% off.
Which we'll get into later, but Jack Mandeville at one point was dressed up as a fairy, throwing Strike Force energy at the live show.
Yeah, you know what he told me? He told me the J was silent, and it was just Yak Mandeville.
Oh, Yak Mandeville?
Yeah.
Is that his like stage name for his tranny or what are they, whatever the fuck they're called?
Good old Yak Mandeville from Range 15.
Yak Mandeville.
Yakus. What do we got next? We got little ghostbed.com.
We do have ghost bed.
I wish we had a ghost bed in here, by the way.
You know, it would be a lot better than that stupid fucking couch.
Damn it. As soon as I walked in, I literally dropped the bags and I was like, man, I'm going to hear this till the end of
You know
the
what
earth.
Ghost Bed needs to do is make like a mobile application of the Ghost Bed where it's equally as comfortable within reason, but like an inflatable version where it's like,
boy,
you get ghosted when your friend underbooked an Airbnb. Well, Ghost Bed.
Yeah, I did.
I mean,
this is, I feel like you've been ghosted. The time in New York, you weren't ghosted.
Hey, I make you Uber to my house that's 6 minutes away every time and don't pick you up. So, you know, tomato. I'm not pointing fingers.
But I can't, like this, I think this is the third time in a row you've been fucked on this.
I don't. You know, we make it happen. Like,
it's crazy, though, because it's like,
but that's the difference between, I'm not going to be like a fucking idiot and be like, oh, I need my own hotel room. Like, it's cool. I get to drink beers with you, and then I'll fucking pass out where I pass out.
Yeah, we don't really give a fuck. But ghostbed.com
gives a fuck.
They want you to lie where they want you to lie. Be the man you were always meant to be. Sleep where you need to fucking sleep. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Type in the promo code Revolution or no, that's not true. That's not true whatsoever.
Do you have a contact high right now?
Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off, and actually you get $50 off a bed.
Yeah, Ross is stumbling on words. That is a first for me. I fucking love it.
It's ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros, and you get $50 off a mattress. You also get 3 free pillows, which are right as rain.
Right as rain.
Right as rain. There was something that came in underneath the door.
I feel, where's Amber? Hashtag where's Amber? Hashtag where's Amber? She's in the fucking pool with her grandma getting high as fuck.
Oh boy, big fan of Ghostbed and all they do. I don't know where those promo codes went, but ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros, $50 off or 3 free pillows.
Take the pillows; it's way better than $50 off.
So much.
Those are magical.
Next up, we got grenadesoap.com.
Right.
Oh,
OD Green and Combat Clean, my friend.
Dude,
they got taint scrubbers.
Oh boy,
God, they got it all.
There is nothing better than washing your balls with a grenade soap. And we've gotten a lot of pictures sent in to the show about the grenade soap.
And there was like a real close-up taint scrubbing picture I saw, and I was like, thank you for your commitment to the podcast, but go ahead and Instagram that to me next time so I can make sure I consent to tap to see that disgusting hairy of a butthole. It looks like you have to pull a briar brush apart to fucking get the butthole out there.
You were definitely opening up a poodle. And like I will say this,
it's like it's splitting wood as that poop comes out of that asshole.
There was a girl though who did send in 2 large grenade soaps covering her tits, and she was just like, "Hey, who wants to jump on the grenades? And it was just like, I
like
get it.
that.
I get it.
I'll take the fat one.
I'll take the grenadesoap.com has the finest bathing products on the planet.
Something like that, you know?
Yeah, they've got some tactical toothbrushes. They've got some shit to wash your body, and the grenade soaps are amazing. There's real gunpowder in it, Matt.
There is.
So go to grenadesoap.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 20% off.
This is a great episode. I mean, everybody else probably checked out already, but I'm in it to win it. Woo!
Next up, we got warfightertobacco.com.
Smoke them if you got them.
And if you don't got them, go get them.
They were all at the live podcast show as well.
They were.
Scott and the boys, man, that was fucking awesome.
It was a fucking blast. And I told them, I was
Thanks,
like,
guys.
I said, hey guys, I'm fucking up the promo code, man. We've had you because
we fucked it up in front of them like 4 times. They're like, Jesus Christ, guys.
And I was like, look, we've had you for a year. Can you just make it Drinkin Bros for 10% off again? Like, I can't remember this shit.
Right.
And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, it's after a year of
it's called Drinkin Bros for a reason. We're obviously drunk 90% of the time in the show.
After a year of saying their name over and over again, it's like, just make it Drinkin Bros for 10% off. Here's the thing, kids. It's the finest cigars you will ever put your mouth on the planets. And if you want them in your local cigar shop, go in, demand it, and Warfighter Tobacco will try to be in your local cigar shop.
Fuck yeah.
And they've also got some dope ass t-shirts and humidors. Their cigars are they are made in Cuba with the
finest of tobaccos.
I don't even know if that last part's true, but it should be. They said they were expanding worldwide. So I said, are you in Cuba? And they're like, hey, we're not going to talk about it. I was like, all right, cool.
So we're just going to make assumptions because that's fun.
Yeah. Remember Elian Gonzalez, that kid who got fucking caught here?
Yeah.
They shipped him back, and then his parents and.
He makes the cigars.
He makes the
Cuba
cigars
for
with his tiny fucking hands for Warfighter Tobacco.
Just imagine like his whole hand's made out of pinkies. They're all the same size, you know. Just we'll call them pinky hands. It's like his hands made out of Asian dicks. They're just like awkwardly small.
Yeah,
and there's no thumbs. It's just another. No, it's 4 pinkies and an Asian dick. What do you call that hand? So the thumb's an Asian dick, and the rest are pinkies.
A chinky.
A chinky.
I think you called it a chinky.
Might be a little. little racy on the term, but we'll go with it. You know,
it's a picture of a hand with 5 Frito-Lay chili cheese Fritos. You know what I'm saying? And then you're trying to hook them.
Would you want hands that had Cheetos as the fingers or Pringles or Pringles? So like more of a scooping method that was a little weaker, or like hard like scarecrow hands that are like Cheetos where you could like dig more, you could do more assertive.
I'd go Bugles. I'd go Bugles with them. My second option would be those chili cheese Fritos. Like,
oh yeah,
them shits grab a lot.
Yeah, those are like fingernails. That's like you can hit cold, you can hit refrigerated refried beans with those motherfuckers, and you're not chipping a chip. No. You're fucking carving your way through it like a molasses fucking ice cream. Is that even a thing? I don't know.
No. Like you're carving your way through it like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You're going right through that fucking.
This is like called the ADD fucking podcast where we flick the bean, dude.
Yeah.
You know what also flicks the bean is blackriflecoffee.com. For 20% off of your order, hit up Drinkin Bros on our website, and we will more than square you away. And we have our roaster is in full effect. We have so many cool new products coming out. And check out during 4th of July-ish, probably about the 1st, me and the boys are launching some really fucking new cool products that are Constitution themed. 1773.
Really?
Let's do this. Yeah, I just got the.
Is it 73 or 76?
Well, completed. We're going back to the Boston Harbor, 1773.
Really, I like that a lot.
Yeah, because it's what really started the revolution. So
sure,
it's and obviously the backbone of America is coffee. Fuck tea. It's kind of resemblant of the Brits, like contemporary Brits. I dig you guys, but back then, we're gonna throw some redcoats out.
Anybody who drinks tea instead of coffee to start off their day, I don't trust them.
No,
I don't trust them.
No, a tea's like an 8 p.m. thing. Like Noelle drinks tea like it's going out of style at night.
Yeah,
if she were to wake up and be like, I could just go for some black tea. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
I get like that really aggressive.
I get it. By the way, there was a guy at the live show who came up to me who was missing a testicle.
Oh.
I showed you this picture. and he got a tea bag.
Oh,
tattooed on his nutsack.
That's pretty dope.
Instead of the missing testicle. Because I was like, man, did you ever think about getting the missing testicle tattooed where the other testicle was supposed to be? And he was like, no. But I got a giant tea bag, and I was like, oh, for real? And then he pulled out his nutsack in front of me, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, do you mind? And I felt weird, but I was like, do you mind if I take a picture? And I have a picture of this man's testicles on my phone right now.
There was a lot of fun, weird shit that happened at the live show.
We went to Colorado Springs,
to
Denver for the live show. I know we've been talking about it for weeks.
It was a fucking blast.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was
you guys, whoever came out, guys, thank you so much. I mean, I was a little smoked after the Denver one, and going to Colorado Springs, I was like, whoa. But you guys are fucking phenomenal. I remember at one point after the show, I looked up, and there was 2 dudes with "I fucked Matt Best" t-shirts on.
Oh yeah,
with Noel and my mother, God bless your heart, Mom, and asking for a photo, and I was like, oh wow,
yeah, you're welcome.
But it was a rowdy time, man. It was fun, and
it was fucking super rowdy. I mean, because we talk a lot of shit on the show, and you're like, how crazy could the live shows be? Jesus Christ.
I mean, I fucking
there was a dude who tried to make out with me.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. I don't know who he was after the what was it? After the Denver show. So
Colorado Springs, yeah.
No, Denver show. But we pride ourselves in making sure we can go out there and hang out, and we took some photos,
pictures, signed
everybody, and then we went up to the bar after, and immediately was like, okay, back into the photos and this and that, and that's fine, right? Great. But some dude and his wife were there, and he was like, hey man, will you make out with my wife or his girlfriend, whoever? And I was like, nah, I'm good right now. And then he cold stone stops looking at her, whips his fucking head to me like, will you make out with me? And I was like, no, that's even less on the spectrum. Like making out with you is like a 1, boy. Dude. Yeah. She's like a 3, and then my chick over there is what's gonna happen. But boy. I mean, if you guys are listening, bless your souls. It's good attempt. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah. I had
a lot of weird shit going on.
There was a girl who wiped her cunt and then slapped me across the face.
Yeah, that's a good. It's a cunt slap,
and I was like,
it's a CS.
Hey, yeah, and she was like, you need fucking more women to do things and more feminist shit, and this is real. And I was like, was that the one that got mad during the Q&A? Yeah.
Was
we
talking
we
about.
Went out in the crowd and we were asking some of the crowd questions. And she was just like, I don't understand why you guys don't have more women or feminists or whatever on the show.
I didn't get that because she's like, what do you think about female veterans? And I was like, I think they're fucking awesome because they served their country and they're fucking chicks. And it was like quiet, and then boom. I was like, all right, I guess. I don't think she's really mad because I think she came up to me later and was super fucking cool.
Okay.
I think it was just her trying to fuck with us on stage.
She patted her cunt like it was a 3-year-old the night before Christmas. And then, smeared my face with it and was just like, I just want you to know, like, what was going on in the show. Like, I just think you guys can do better or whatever. I was like, cool. But batting your cunt and then kind of tapping my face with it isn't the answer.
Well, I'm gonna digress on that because would you rather have like a dirty butthole, like a dingleberry slap? No. I'll take the cunt slap any day of the week.
Yeah, I'll take the cunt slap.
It's just kind of like getting hit with like an anchovy on the face.
Sure.
Like you smell a little bit of fish and then you call it a day.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'll take the cunt slap for sure.
Yeah.
It's better than somebody, ball dipping and just
putting a tea bag on you per se.
Tea bag in my face, which is fine. I always take the cunt slap, but it was still weird. Where I was just like, man, I got a fucking cunt slap tonight. Like I can't even tell my wife. Like I was just like, oh boy,
I got cunt slapped. Yeah. I'm sorry, babe.
Sorry. And I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, man, I think I'm just gonna go order like a Long Island.
Like a Long Island and a Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude. I don't know where to go from here.
I'm going to go get a Long Island and a shot of triple sec and just try to get over this. Like
that is, something I will talk about in the podcast. And I don't know who this dude was, but he nearly tried to slap my significant other's ass. And people don't know me. I'm like probably always try to be the nicest guy that I can be.
Yes.
Like within where I even push my uncomfortable boundaries. But a dude almost, he kind of went to slap and miss Noel's. And I haven't seen that much red in years where if Noel wouldn't have stopped me, I was going to put my fucking elbow through his forehead because it was like late night. It was like midnight. I was fucking spent 3 hours was just taking photos and trying to interact with all the Drinkin Bros who showed up to support it. And I was just like, man, like don't cross that boundary. Like don't, because there's a line where Matt being cool ends and then you get fist fighting Matt and whoever wins, but it's probably going to be me and you're going to be fucking hurt. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. It was.
I haven't been that mad in years because it was just blatant disrespect for me and Noelle. And like, she is one of the most sweethearts on this fucking planet. Like I love the shit out of her. And it was just like, why? Why?
You know, I think we were getting, everybody was getting super fucked up. And it was just like, some people don't know their boundaries. I got cunt slapped.
They think it's fun and all that. And I get it. It comes with the territory. But I just thought I'd make like a PSA.
Yeah. No worries.
In the arms of an angel.
Sure. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No.
Now we're gonna pull you down off your soapbox.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
We're gonna bring you back to life, back to reality. Man, there is, again, I don't want to say that it's a contact high coming through the door, but people are smoking marijuana.
It is
everywhere around us right now.
Yeah, everywhere.
I want to get your take on the CNN thing. Three reporters got fired.
Can we get to that? And let's just say thanks for the live show. I'm going to end it with that. Thanks, guys. It was phenomenal, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It was
the live show was incredible.
An amazing time.
I'm taking it for granted because we shot it as a film. So a lot of people are writing in of like, hey man, where can I see the live show?
It will be out there. Yeah.
We shot as a live as a movie that'll come out at Thanksgiving. We could have had more dates in the fall. I know we talked about like, hey.
We're going to do something epic with this, though.
Right. And it's simply because everybody's schedule is so fucking crazy. Rocco is on a TV show, and it's not as fun without all of us there. So, like, we're talking about doing it again in SHOT Show in Vegas because it was so crazy that it was like everybody who was there, they were like, yo, man, I feel like it was this secret underground thing that like nobody knows about. And I was like, because shit was really fucking wild.
Super fun.
So the show. Yeah. So we will probably do it again during SHOT Show.
We'll give updates. I just want to say thanks because it was fucking
same
rad,
here, man. It was fucking incredible. And again, we shot it as a film.
That's how much I love Drinkin Bros. I've never performed with a guitar like and sang ever. I mean, I played like American Hitman and played a solo in here and there, right? But I've never actually performed. So that's how much I care.
You were great. You didn't miss.
Oh, I don't remember. I was hammered.
Yeah, but you didn't miss. Like you were great with the guitar. And there was a point where we were doing shots and then went out to the crowd and I was like, hey, what's your favorite thing? And they were like mariachi music. And you literally could play every genre of music.
Just trying to make it work, you know?
Yeah. And people were like, holy fuck. Like, because the audience was grabbing me, like as soon as the mic would go down, you would start playing. And they were like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe Matt can do that. And I was like, cool. And we kept going to different people, pop, rock, mariachi, all that stuff. Crazy 2 days worth of shows. And again, we'll probably do a SHOT Show. We'll have a movie come out about a Thanksgiving of it in case you weren't there. But Jesus, man, that got wild.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
It got really wild. Yeah. Thank you.
But CNN, dude.
3 reporters got fired today.
Right.
For the Russia story that they made up. They also caught the producer, the supervising producer of CNN on camera, saying that the whole Russia thing was bullshit. The whole Russia narrative is bullshit. And he goes, look, Trump is right to say that it's a fucking witch hunt. And they are going through some hell right now, to say the least.
Well, and then it's not journalism anymore. It's fucking entertainment, is what it is.
That's it.
You know, and there's very few like real journalists left because there isn't a market for it. It's like you could be the best journalist in the world, but it ain't gonna pay your fucking rent, so you have to.
Yeah, when you catch the supervising producer live on camera, as they did, saying all of this is bullshit and we're just creating our own thing.
Yeah, and
then 3 reporters are fired. I don't know how you recover as a network from that.
Well, most people won't know or read about that.
This is pretty public. I mean, I would be surprised if they don't, because the other one today that came out today was that Sarah Palin is suing the New York Times for defamation. They're the other one besides CNN who's been taking a lot of heat for these fake, this fake news, these fake articles to meet their own agenda. I would say those two the most. are the ones that are getting
probably
crushed for
I think
it.
Fox News has it right, where they just have the talking heads, so they say it, and then if something bad
it's
comes
not
out,
a
they
real
just
reporter.
they just fire them
Yeah.
and be like, sorry,
and
like,
it's also not they're not late breaking news. Like
Right.
it's just kind of talk show hosts who are just doing
well, they
shit.
do that. I feel like everything that we had a news episode. I forget which it was on Drinkin Bros, but that's why I literally don't watch the news, because no matter what your affiliation politically or whatever, you're going to find a way to get pissed off. And it's good to be informed, right? But I'd rather have proper information rather than like, today on The Blaze.
Yeah.
Like, is this a war against babies? And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, just give me the fucking facts,
Although Tommy Lahren, though,
dude, I would.
She doesn't work for the Blaze anymore.
No, she doesn't. She got fired, but she does do like videos.
Well, I think
if I would,
think she has a 6-month non-compete.
I may trust fall under her vagina if I was at a seminar.
Yeah, my guarantee is that she ends up at Fox, kind of taking on the Megyn Kelly role. But I guarantee you, there's a non-compete clause in her contract that's a buyout that she can't. Because I personally think they can't get her on that network fast enough, and I think she's
so too.
the answer to
well,
all,
it is, but she
all
probably
their
has a
worries.
non-compete, so she's probably looking at 1 or 2 more years, which is why she hasn't signed with another network, because she had such big traction on our social media. So they're probably providing her ways to like still have her personal opinion, stay relevant, and then whenever that non-compete's done in, I don't know, 6 to fucking 18 months, she'll jump on Fox News.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Can't wait.
There's
to see
another
her.
blonde girl I see all the time here and there, but it's like a Tommy
Yes.
Lauren lookalike, but
Yeah.
I can't.
No, she's a little older, and
Yeah, and
she's
just
trying to do the same
really,
thing.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like when oh man, I was maybe
Yeah, you
oh shit.
But Tommy Lahren, though, right in the old wheelhouse. I mean, she is something to believe in. The other thing that's something to believe in here is this Bernie Sanders FBI inquiry
Yes.
of his wife.
Yes. I love it.
So do I. And he said today that this is a fucking this is pretty pathetic. Would you go out after people's wives and all that other shit? And he says, my wife is about the most honest person I know. Well, she's your wife, Bernie.
Right, right.
Nobody's going to be like, oh, that fucking dirt whore is a liar.
Right.
I mean, a few people out there.
Yeah, that's not how it works. I mean,
No.
it's a contorted viewpoint, so who
Yeah.
fucking knows? And
My thing is this.
he's a communist.
For socialist, Bernie Sanders,
Yeah.
he has 3 houses, the last of which he just paid in cash. For $900,000 for a beach house on the beach, paid for it in cash.
Man,
I know how much
hashtag
senators
socialism works,
make.
bro.
Yeah, I know how much senators make, and it is definitely not $900,000 a year. I find it odd that he ran for president, lost, and then immediately bought a beach house in cash afterwards. So if you're wondering why your wife's being reported, probably that. That's a lot of money.
Allegedly,
That's a lot of money in cash.
That's a lot of money.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know about you. I don't have $900,000 in cash.
No, I don't have that laying around. But I didn't run for president this last year. Maybe I would.
True.
Maybe I would.
Well,
I've always wondered.
Evan's speech in the live show, he might be running 2020. That was
a lot
that
of
was
people
a
were asking
standing
for both of you.
O.
A lot of people were asking for both of you guys. Hey,
Well,
for best.
I'll be the VP, but he'll run just kind of like how it is at Black Rifle with CEO and Vice President Matt. It's a perfect, it's a good duo. I keep it real, and he's the political, the smart man.
I would say it would be a possibility. Not the next one, but maybe
that's what I said. I was like 20,
maybe 8 to
24.
12.
Yeah,
maybe 8 to 12, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Because I
give me some
actually,
distance from my my past, so I don't get too blackmailed, but a little bit of blackmail.
The thing that I was surprised about during the live shows was how good Evan was.
Fantastic.
And I was like, holy shit, he actually could get into a presidential debate.
Oh, dude, when that dude switches on in any regard, it's on. It's game time. He's like fucking.
He would do well if he got some backing.
He's like
It's all
Tom.
about
He's Tom
financial
Brady
shit.
and fucking 3 touchdowns down. Do you know about that, by the way? So there's a Super Bowl where
it wasn't like I was there or anything.
No, or it was permanently engraved in your brain.
God, that perm is still.
He's still got the perm going a little bit.
A little bit,
dude.
A little bit. And I'm trying to grow my hair out, and like, there's a tiny curl at the end, and I'm like, maybe this is the end of the perm, but I don't want to cut it and try to fucking find out again. So, yeah, man, fuck. That was a big decision. on my part. And then I made another stupid bet.
Oh my God.
Live on stage.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I was... We had both had a few drinks. Jared, I believe, was in 4 France presses deep.
Yeah.
And we made another Super Bowl bet live on stage.
I'm sorry.
Where the loser...
And you get to pick the team, don't you?
Yeah. I get to pick the team at least. But the loser has to change the other person's diaper, and you have to.
Yeah, for the audience, this is something we've talked about on there.
You have to poop
so much.
You have to poop in it.
Right.
You have to fucking shit in the diaper and then change it in front of the other person.
And I brought this up live on in the show and put them on the spot, and they both stood up and shook hands, and it's on film and. Which you have this going for you, though, because you're an actual football fan. So die hard. Yeah, so you're going to know. And like last year was a fluke. And if you lose, I mean, you lose either way.
Nobody's ever lost 28 to 3. It's the highest comeback in the history of NFL playoffs, Super Bowl, everything you could possibly imagine. Even the last 4 minutes, we were up by 16. Like, no big deal. For them to come back and tie and do all that shit, I was like, Jesus Christ. I would probably say, because usually myself or friends of mine go out and bet the Super Bowl, at least to Vegas. I went to this last Super Bowl because it was the Falcons. But I would say I've probably bet 6 out of the last 7 because I've had friends there. And I think I've won 5 of 6 out of those bets, including like national anthems and some other shit. And I'm just like, the fact that I lost this year that way with my favorite team and I was at the game, then I had to get a fucking perm. And we're in July now. We're going to be in July here in a few days. And this is finally...
We're like 7 months out from the Super Bowl.
Man. We're 6 months out from the Super Bowl. This is finally started to come out of my hair. I'm just
I mean, the poop will go away night of, but that will last with you forever.
Poop is night of.
Oh, God. That's fucking...
I go to Taco Bell the night before.
I do not want to be there.
Yeah, I attack the block at Taco Bell. I could
go for a gordita right now. You know,
I could put one in my butt. You go for,
Yeah, but Jared probably takes those shits every time. So in the consequence of you losing, it is hot dog Taylor poops. Like it's like baby poop. I bet with that fucking dude.
I could fucking throw up all over his microphone. Because it's the normal smell of Jared.
Yeah.
Plus the shit smell on top of Jared.
But you guys didn't. You could wear protective equipment because you guys didn't have like a clause.
We didn't shake on that. Like I will still be. I'll be like an Asian coming off an airplane.
Yeah. Full face mask, gloves on. It's like SARS and the fucking mad cow disease is out there.
If miraculously somehow I don't pick this year's Super Bowl and I have to do that, like fuck me. The other part is like I don't even know that I want him wiping my so I have to shit myself and he's gonna wipe my ass.
It's a lose, dude.
God, that was a terrible bet. We had a lot to drink. That was an awful bet that happens. God damn it!
Is it about that
and
time?
People went nuts. People went ape dick. They were like, "Yo!"
Yeah, it was ape dick.
I mean, it was, and they were like, "Yes, this is going down."
Yeah, clean his asshole. Clean his fucking asshole. Oh, man.
Yeah, we are. We're getting around the time for the Drinkin Bro of the week. We got a man who's not afraid to cry. We've got a man who's not afraid to cook his own biscuits. We got a man who, I'm kidding. The internet is super slow in here, and I can't get to it. I can't.
Why don't we? Because this has kind of been a weird show. It's just us chilling. Why don't we say let's dedicate the Drink Bro of the week to all the live show Drinkin Bros that came out and supported it, because it was a fantastic time. And I'd like to say I saw the invoice. We actually lost quite a bit of money just based off of what we did was on the venue.
Oh yeah.
So like if people think we made money, it was literally how do we shoot a really fun Drinkin Bros live event and then get everybody together.
Yeah,
so
it was definitely not
thank you guys
profitable show. And anybody who came out, like, holy shit. Oh God. We should also talk about how.
Oh God!
I mean, the police were called on us multiple times.
Well, we couldn't tattoo.
Glory hole tattoo, by the way, was a brilliant idea. Whoever came up with it wasn't me.
I think it was like it was on the show or something. No,
it was on the show. Anyways, Glory Hole Tattoo was brilliant. The state of Colorado did not allow a tattoo artist to tattoo inside.
Well, we went through all the paperwork like the day before. Will's texting me back with you, and we're trying to get the permits locked in. And but essentially, you can't tattoo where alcohol is served, if that was the stipulation. And then the event coordinator threw a huge fucking pussyfoot fucking fit, and we couldn't do it. So in true fashion, like Drinkin Bros, we took Will out in the van and tattooed the guys right outside the venue in a fucking passenger van.
I mean, it was crazy. And I told this story during the live show. It was like, hey, so they wouldn't let us fucking do this, and we fucking did it anyways. And I mean, boy, they were angry at us. Like it was like a rock band where they were just like,
well, the one chick was pissed at us. Like, I need to speak with Ross, and I was like, it's cool. We're all in just fucking no.
Ross is the one who.
And then I started learning. I was like, yeah, Ross is the director. I'll let you go talk to him. And I was like, fuck it, I don't want to deal with it.
It wasn't even about that. It's like I had signed the paperwork for these venues of like, hey, thou shalt not do this and that and everything else. And like, the shows were so out of control. I even got a call from our agent who had put on the thing and was just like, are you guys bringing a live rifle into the show? And I was like, what? Who told you that?
Yeah, because we donated a Cobalt Kinetics arms.
No one told me. So I was like, no, that is never.
That's not a thing.
Never even heard.
I mean, we all had pistols, but they didn't need to know that.
Yeah. But dude, it was something special. It was something special. There's some weird. You know what? I am gonna get to a Drinkin Bro of the week. Actually,
let's do it.
I really want to do this, and because a lot of people were like, "Hey, man, I wish you would have called in to us, and we could have done a live Drinkin Bro of the week on the show." Let's see, who do we have here?
You got the computer. I'm sitting over here with fission with my thumbs. You know.
I know. Let's go. Because we do go through all of these, by the way. Here we go. Joey Maddage. This was Joey Maddage who submitted Drinkin Bro of the Week nomination. Joey Maddage. He is nominating Vinny Stable or Stabile, Stabile. Was one of the greatest Marines that I've ever met. He lost his fight against himself this weekend and took his own life. He helped me spread the word to help vets stop turning the guns on themselves and then back on the enemy. Cheers, guys. No, he said help me spread the word. To help me.
Dang.
We get these a lot, unfortunately.
Well, I think the goal is to spread laughter and spread community, man. I think that's how we combat the issue. And just if you have an inclination that a buddy needs some help, just reach out. That's the proactiveness is what protects, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, cheers, brother, and hopefully we can spread some love and do what's right.
Absolutely. This was a fun, weird show that flew by.
It was a really weird show. It flew by. Man.
We're about 2 feet apart.
Yeah, we were very close.
Going eye to eye.
Eye to eye. Like straight eye. I feel like it's weird not having eye contact with you.
Yeah, I know.
It's perfect.
I think this needs to happen more often, Matt.
Yeah.
I really do. And again, I cannot stress how much marijuana is flowing through the streets of Los Angeles. Like it is absolute utter insanity.
Or did you just have like a couple chocolates or a gummy bear? I was just drinking a Miller Lite.
I don't know what I had, Matt. I don't know anymore. I don't even know. But what I do know is that
we're for Ross Patterson.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I was going to say, it's for Matt Best. I am Ross Patterson.
Love you guys.
We're the Drinkin Bros. Good night,
we'll
everyone.
We'll be back strong next week.
Yeah. Bigger than ever. Hard dick. Cold rain.